Hey guys, I'm going to do a reading for you quickly before I head off to work. Let's see what we have for you. Just randomly, I'm just picking up really heavy air sign. Very heavy air sign, but yeah, let's just see what we get. What do we have for the collective spirit? What do we have? We have pets. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. So pet could be our significance right now. You could have a pet, or you could be thinking about getting a pet, maybe adopting a pet. Give me a little bit more, spirit. Give me some messages. Oh, okay, let's see what came out here. So the answer is yes to whatever the question that you have on your mind right now. Luck is on your side. Give me a bit more. I feel like it's going to be a very specific read. Oh, we've got liar. Be careful of someone sneaky. So it looks like there's like maybe two or three different stories here that I'm getting. And we have guardian that popped out here. A lost loved one watches over you. What do we have under the deck? We have someone else. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's get a bit more here. So, I think the pet's message is a bit of a side message. And it could be confirmation if this is your story or not. So, if this is your story, there could be another message here about your pet. So, you could, like I said, you could be thinking about getting a pet, adopting a pet. Or you could be in a situation where you and your partner have a pet together, and it could be like stuck in the middle if you guys are like arguing or thinking about you know, breaking up. So that could be confirmation for someone here. Spirit, can you give me a bit more about this situation here for the collective watching? We have lies. So we have lies two times. We have liar, be careful of someone sneaky, and then in my own deck here, lies came out. So there's something very strong about lies, or a certain lie that someone is saying here. Tell me a bit more about the situation, Spirit. We have something about message. So message, DM, email. Excuse me. So any message that may be coming through, maybe that's something to do with the live, that maybe you found out something. So some of you are picking up that you have a guardian angel. So this could be like it says here, a lost loved one, a passed on loved one who has turned into your guardian angel, who's trying to lead you into, how am I going to explain this? So basically you're in a situation here, and I feel like you're in the high priestess mode right now. So intuition is trying to tell you something, and this could be a guardian angel, passed on loved one, whatever you believe in, that is trying to steer you in the direction to find out something that is possibly a lie. Right? If that makes sense. Like, for example, let's just say you have suspicions that your partner is cheating. I'm not saying that's the case here, but let's just use an example. You could be getting nudges to, like, maybe check their phone, or, you know, Google their name and see what pops up. You know, that's the kind of thing I'm getting. Like you're being guided to, like, go to certain sites, go to their phone. Like you're getting nudges. We have compromise, so there could be, maybe that's to do with the pets. Maybe you guys are gonna have to compromise what's gonna happen with the pet, if you guys are gonna, like, I don't know, 50-50 custody, or someone is going to take the pet. I don't know, that's just what I got from this compromise. It could be something else, but let's get some more. We have stop. So I guess Spirit is trying to say here, whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking, just stop for now and just take a breather. We have regret. Give me one more, Spirit, on this situation for the collective. This one. Oh, sorry. Wow, this is kind of like, and for this could be confirmation. So someone could drive a silver vehicle. That's just confirmation for one of you out there. All right, let's get some tarot and see what is going on in the situation for you here. So from what I can see with the oracle cards in my deck, there could be like a third party situation. I don't really like reading on third parties because, you know, it's a very sensitive topic and I don't want to be putting things in people's heads that's not fair. So don't make a fit if it's not for you. So from what I can see here, there could be a third party. So someone is in the middle. When I say someone's in the middle, I don't know, I just keep picking up that this could be the pet, because pet is very random here. Like everything else kind of falls together, and then you've got the pet cards right there. So there could be a pet that's stuck in the middle, right? And that's something you guys are going to have to compromise on, and what's going to happen to the pet if you guys want to go to break up. If it's not a pet, because this is just a confirmation for some of you out there, there could be someone that is in the middle. It could be a child, it could be a person, like an adult, it could be you, it could be them, it could be a third party, right? You see how it fits, right? Now I do feel like there's someone here that doesn't want this to work out between you guys if you are in a relationship, and they are like, it's like outside influence that are sabotaging the relationship. Outside influence could be anything from family members, friends, even job, like something that is influencing your relationship but in a negative way, right? That's what I'm getting here. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. And I feel like, let's just say the person that you're dealing with, they did you wrong, or you found out something, right? This person's in regret and they do want to apologize to you, but is it too late? We don't know. So, and Spirit is saying here to just stop, take a breather, try and sleep on it, calm down for a little bit, because I feel like your mind is racing at the moment. Your thoughts are racing, your emotions are racing, and maybe what you found is not what you think. So let's just give the other person the benefit of the doubt if this is your story. But I will see a little bit more what's going on with tarot. We'll look with the tarot and see what's going on. Can you tell me more about the situation, Spirit? Now, actually, show me the other person. Whoa, okay. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune is here. Oops. So, as bad as the situation could be, I'm not saying this is a good situation or a bad situation, right? This could go anyway. This is meant to happen, all right? This was meant to happen. There's a lesson here. So whatever this is happening to you, there is a lesson in there, all right? Show me the other person. So this person could be a karmic. I don't like putting labels on it. They could be a karmic, or they could just be... They're there to teach you a lesson, basically, right? Not in a bad way. I'm not saying you're being punished. Well, there's a lesson in everything. So just make sure you see what that lesson is. So we have the Nine of Pentacles here. Show me the other person. This other person could be acting single. Let's just say this is a relationship. This other person could be acting single. Like, they don't act like they're in a relationship, and you don't like that about them. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this person that you're dealing with, they're very extroverted. They could be very, very friendly. And sometimes that bothers you because it sends a wrong message to certain people. Like this person, maybe they don't have intentions of, like, you know, flirting with other people or doing them wrong. They don't mean to do it. Like, they're just a very friendly person, and unfortunately some people take that the wrong way, right? They think that that your person is interested in them, and that's something that you don't really like about them. Like, they're overly friendly. The Hierophant in reverse. So there is something here that's not working out. You guys could be in a serious relationship. We have the Tower here. So you could be in a serious relationship with this person and it's not working out. And I feel like this person, something that they're doing has gotten them in trouble. Without looking at any cards or anything like that, what I am picking up here is that I don't feel like this person is out to cheat on you, right? I don't feel that for some of you. Maybe for some of you that is the case, but for some of you I'm picking up that this person does not mean to do that. Like, they would be like overly friendly with someone, or they would talk to someone a lot, and that person will get the wrong idea. Like, it happens because, you see, not in the world today, right? So I'm just going on a rant. In the world today, a lot of people, they're not that friendly, right? And when someone is extra friendly and, you know, They ask questions like, how was your day? How do you feel? You know, like they take an interest in, take an interest in, you know, what they're doing during the day. I'm not making sense. Like they're overly nice. People are like, oh, this person must be interested in me. But because kindness is so rare these days, friendly people are so rare, it's easy to misunderstand that friendliness and kindness for possible, like a possible love interest, right? So they might think that your person wants them, so then that will kind of give them the green light that this person is interested in them, this person is single, and they're going to try their shot with your person. And that's something that you don't like, but I feel like this person does that without even knowing. So they could be a little bit on the flirty side, but they don't know that they're doing it, and that's not their intention. So we got the Eight of Cups here. So I think this is you. You're wondering if you should stay with this person or not. Because this person is very overly friendly, they don't see what they're doing is wrong. Like they could have, let's just say they're a male, right? And you guys are both straight. You're in a straight relationship, right? I don't know what it's called. Heterosexual. Whatever it's called. I'm not going to go into that. They could have a lot of female friends. And they're very friendly, they're always there for them, they will go out their way for them, but they also do that with their male friends. But this pisses you off because it's like, why do you have to always be the Prince Charming, and why is every female the damsel in distress? You know, you don't have to save everyone. You don't have to save every female out there. That's what I'm getting with this one. And it's, as they don't see what they're doing is probably a little bit too much. Seven of Swords. So this makes you feel like you can't trust this person. Honestly, guys, I don't feel like this person's doing it with the intentions to cheat. I feel like this person is just a very, very friendly, extroverted person. But I get it, right? I get it. Like, it's just sometimes it's a little bit too much, and people can get the wrong idea with that. Trust me, I get it. Completely get it. And, like, I feel like you feel bad for feeling this way, but, I mean, you can't help the way you feel, right? And to be honest, I will probably feel the same way as you, you know, but that's, yeah, so, they're probably, I don't know, King of Wands here, so they could be a King of Wands, you know, just a very nice, sweet, loving person, big boss energy. I'm not going to say the other word. You know, very good looking. They get a lot of attention from the opposite sex or even from the same sex. A lot of attention. Very friendly, very outgoing. You know, knight and charming. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles that fell here. I'm just going to try and get it. Oh my gosh. Alright. Knight of, no, sorry, not a Knight of Pentacles. Why did I say that? We have the Two of Pentacles here. So you're trying to make a decision of whether you want to be with this person or not. I feel like you've spoken to this person. We got the Queen of Swords here. So that, you know how I said that I felt heavy air energy? I feel like you could be an air sign here with the Queen of Swords. If you're not an air sign, maybe you have air placements, or they do. But if not, maybe you're just channeling your Queen of Swords right now. So you want to have a stern conversation with this King of Wands that you're dealing with. So they could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, doesn't have to be, but that's how they're showing up to me. And I feel like you want to have a conversation with this person, but this person is not understanding you. They're not understanding where you're coming from. And for some of you, I keep hearing the word insecure. And I'm not saying you are insecure. I'm just saying that this person might feel like you are a little bit on the insecure side, and they might say some stuff that might trigger you. Whether you are insecure or not, I don't know. I know that if this was me and I'm in that situation, I would say, okay, maybe I am a little bit insecure, which I am. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be 100% honest. That is something I'm trying to work on. But I feel like this person does do a lot when it comes to other people, especially like the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever it is that you're into, right? And it's something that you don't like, and you've tried to tell this person I don't like when you do this. Like, I don't want you to be mean, but I don't want you to be overly nice, because you're giving opportunities for other people to interfere in the relationship and to sabotage what we have. And I want you to put me first, not put strangers first, not put your friends first. I want you to put me first. And yeah, they might say that, okay, you're being selfish or you're insecure, blah, 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 which is not a nice thing to say. But I feel like they will get a little bit frustrated with this as well. But you do want to have a serious conversation with this person and tell them how you feel, right? And I feel like this is when this happens, you guys might have a little bit of conflict there, but at least you've got it out in the open and you guys can see what you can do to get this relationship back on track. Let's get some advice for you in closing. We'll get some advice for you to end the read. Guys, I need to go to work and I'm running a little bit late, but it's okay. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Let's have a look. So what's your advice here for the collective in regards to this situation? What is your advice, Spirit? I just saw the sun underneath. What's your advice for the collective in closing? So we have the Ace of Wands here. Now, straight up, I'm going to be real and honest here. I feel like you guys, when you guys have fights or disagreements or whatever, I feel like you guys, you sleep with each other and you don't really talk about it, and that's kind of like, okay, we've kissed and made up. Like, things are really like they are brushed under the rug or under the sheets in your case, and you kind of like don't talk about it. You just have makeup. You know what? I'm just gonna be careful because I have my one of my kids at home. I don't want to say that word, but like, you know, you have makeup. You know what? And I feel like nothing really gets solved. You kind of just have your makeup, you know what, and then the next day is fine. But you know, your advice here is to not do this. You need to talk about it. Tell me more. What's your advice for the collective here? Tell me more. Give me 2 more for the advice for the collective. What's your advice, Spirit, for the collective? We have the Tower here, so that's again my avoidance card. So try not to avoid having that hard conversation. You need to have it, otherwise you need to put your foot down, basically, because I don't feel like this person, like, I'm not saying that they, like I said, I don't think they're doing it maliciously. I don't think that they're doing it to cheat on you or because they find the other person so sexy that they want to, you know, get in their pants or whatever. No, I feel like this person's just a very, very, very extroverted people person, and they like to help others, right? They like to be the one that saves the day, you know, kind of like a superhero complex, I guess. So that's your advice. Give me 1 more, Spirit. 10 of Pentacles. Guys, talk about the future, right? So that you have your advice here. We got the 3 of Swords underneath. I think you guys are going to be okay. I feel like what it's trying to say here with the 10 of Pentacles is you need to have that conversation. You need to tell them, look, if we're going to have a future together, if you want to have a future with me, you need to respect my feelings and my boundaries. Okay? So you're not telling them what to do. You're not trying to change them, but you guys need to compromise. I think I had the compromise card here that came out. But you need to compromise. That way you're both feeling happy, right? You guys need to talk about why you guys are together. What are your goals as a couple? Where's the relationship going? That's your advice here. Not to just avoid it and just have, you know, make up sex, you know, and then the next day everything is fine, because it's not going to fix the issue, right? You're avoiding a Tower moment. So obviously there's something here that's not working and it's making you upset. So you need to tell them this, right? And speak calmly. You can both speak calmly and, you know, oh, what's the word? I've completely lost the word. Validate, I think. Validate each other's feelings. Like, don't just brush it off. Like, if the person's saying, this is how I feel, try and, like, you know, say, look, I understand that's how you feel, and this is how I feel, and there's something here about compromise. You need to compromise, because I see you guys having a good relationship. Aside from that, you guys have the Ten of Pentacles here. This can be a really long lasting, I'm gonna grow old with you, I'm going to be grey and wrinkly with your relationship, but this thing that's happening is not working out, and it's just like a bump in the road, and you guys can seriously work on this, okay? So that's what I got for you guys. All the best. I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Let's get some advice for you in closing. We'll get some advice for you to end the read. Guys, I need to go to work, and I'm running a little bit late, but it's okay. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Let's have a look. So what's your advice here for the collective in regards to the situation? What is your advice, Spirit? I just saw the sun underneath. What's your advice for the collective in closing? So we have the Ace of Wands here. Now, straight up, I'm going to be real and honest here. I feel like you guys, when you guys have fights or disagreements or whatever, I feel like you guys, you sleep with each other and you don't really talk about it, and that's kind of like, okay, we've kissed and made up. Like, things are really like, they are brushed under the rug or under the sheets in your case, and you kind of like don't talk about it. You just have makeup. You know what? I'm just gonna be careful because I have my one of my kids at home. I don't want to say that word, but like, you have makeup, you know what, and I feel like nothing really gets solved. You kind of just have your makeup, you know what, and then the next day is fine. But your advice here is to not do this. You need to talk about it. Tell me more. What's your advice for the collective here? Tell me more. Give me 2 more for the advice for the collective. What's your advice, Spirit, for the collective? We have the Tower here. So that's, again, my avoidance card. So try not to avoid having that hard conversation. You need to have it. Otherwise, you need to put your foot down, basically. Because I don't feel like this person, like, I'm not saying that they, like I said, I don't think they're doing it maliciously. I don't think that they're doing it to cheat on you or because they find the other person so sexy that they want to, get in their pants or whatever. No, I feel like this person is just a very, very, very extroverted people person, and they like to help others, right? They like to be the one that saves the day, kind of like a superhero complex, I guess. So that's your advice. Give me 1 more, Spirit. 10 of Pentacles. Guys, talk about the future, right? So that you have your advice here. We got the 3 of Swords underneath. I think you guys are going to be okay. I feel like what it's trying to say